This is the Star Wars The Black Series Mace Windu and Marvel Legends from the Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure series, Captain Marvel's Nick Fury. I figured since both characters are played by the same actor, it would be fun to do a review of these figures at the same time. So the Black Series Mace Windu figure is number 82, part of the first wave of 2019 Red Line series of Black Series figures, and I picked up Mace Windu at R Toys. Nick Fury is part of the Captain Marvel wave of Marvel Legends figures for 2019. I reckon it's the first wave. Maybe we'll get a second wave. It is part of the Build-A-Figure Kree Sentry series. And I picked up this one at my local Toys R Us. And looking absolutely fantastic. Can't wait to get these guys out of packaging. And here they are out of packaging. And boy, do these figures look absolutely fantastic. Oh my goodness. Hasbro did a wonderful job on Samuel L. Jackson's characters, Mace Windu and the young Nick Fury. I absolutely love these figures. So let's talk about each one in detail. Let's start with Nick Fury. This is the younger version of Nick Fury set in the 90s before he lost his left eye. So he looks fantastic. Photoreal printing on that head sculpt. I really like it. Very nice. And it's a plain jacket and suit body mold. There's nothing really extraordinary about this particular body mold. It comes with a regular standard pistol handgun, which we've seen in other Marvel Legends figure. What other Legends figures? What I've really appreciated about this figure is that all the while I actually thought that Hasbro would be lazy and would just give us a retooled or just repurpose the male body mold in a suit, which we've already seen several times with Coulson, Stark, Banner, and all that. But as it turns out, it is a brand new mold. It's a much bigger male body mold using the jacket, pants, and sleeves and tie. It's an entirely new mold, which I really appreciate. As you can see right here, even the jacket design is a little bit different. The necktie, the shirt, as you can see, this is a much smaller figure. Even the arms, they remolded the arms, hands, legs. Even the shoes are different. You can see the peg holes are there. The same style, same design. They might have gotten some inspiration from their already existing mold and they just, sized it up or scaled it up. But I'm glad they came up with a brand new mold. It does, however, still share that same stability issue when standing up, and they tend to topple over. The feet are still not as flat as we wanted them to be, but yeah, I'm glad it's a brand new mold. And even if it's a brand new mold, the articulation is relatively similar. The neck is a new one. This one isn't just a ball joint, it's got a hinge on it, so quite different from that. As you can see, more detail. There's a lot more detail going on inside. His sidearm with his pistol belt. Okay. Ab crunch, waist swivel, ball hinge shoulders, double jointed elbows, ball hinge wrists. This swivels in and out, and this one goes in and out as well, so it's a shame. I thought it would go up and down. No holster that you can put the gun in, so okay, you'll have to hold it. Ball jointed hips, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and the new ball hinge ankles. The triple joint has a swivel right here, hinge here, and rocker pivot right here. So very nice. Quite impressed with this particular figure. One thing I will complain about, though, is just like the other Nick Fury's figures we've seen in Marvel Cinematic Universe, his hands still can't I mean, they can a little bit, but it is somehow a little bit hindered by the jacket and by the way it's been molded. But it certainly is a much better hinge joint than the previous one we've had with the trench coat, because this time the cut is much bigger in the armpit and he can actually fold his arms down like that. So that's very, very nice. Okay. So the figure comes with several other accessories. Comes with Goose. That's who's been tied up like Hannibal Lecter. Okay, very nice. Not that interested in this one actually. And I guess you can have him hold Goose like this. It's a little difficult, but that's what the back's been molded into. Okay, and he comes with the right arm of the Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure. Okay, and as a final comparison for Nick Fury, here he is with Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. Very nice. Really, really impressed with this figure. The figure is going to get a 10 out of 10 for me. On to Mace Windu, Jedi Master. Oh my goodness, now I kind of regret selling off my Jango Fett. Would have been nice on the shelf with this guy. Very, very nice. This is easily my favorite figure of the wave. Been wanting a Mace Windu for the longest time. I've had several in the 3.75 inch scale, and I've really, really been impressed with the figures Hasbro's been putting out. And yeah, I really like Samuel L. Jackson as a Jedi Knight in the prequel trilogies. It's a shame that we never saw him after episode 3. I just wonder if somehow they're going to bring him back. I do hope they bring him back somehow as an old Jedi who survived Order 66. Anyway, so here he is. Very, very cool looking. He comes with a Jedi robe. So you can take that off. Let me just take this out. You can remove the Jedi robe, which is different material. I'm not as from what we're used to. We'll show that off later. But here is the figure without the robe. Very cool. I love the molded in soft PVC pieces of his Jedi tunic, Jedi robes. Very cool. He comes with a lightsaber. And the lightsaber on my copy is suffering a little bit on quality issues. The hole is not dead center. It's got a flared peg for the blade, but the hole is, I don't think they centered it properly. And as such, when you plug in the blade, it kind of is, the blade feels like it's skewed on one side. That's okay. Sculpting on the lightsaber, very impressive, very cool. That's accurate as can be. Mace Windu's lightsaber. There is no peg though, where you can hang the lightsaber. I guess, I don't know, maybe just uses the Force to keep it on his belt or something, whatever. Okay, really, really interesting thing about this figure is this head sculpt. I really, really like it. And if you want a comparison, here he is with Nick Fury, and Hasbro did a wonderful job with the photoreal face painting technology with both figures, and I'm very, very impressed. Obviously, Samuel L. Jackson was much younger when he did The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, so I think this is pretty cool. Articulation for the figure, it's got a ball jointed neck right here, and another ball joint at the bottom of the neck. Yep, here's a ball joint. Ball jointed upper torso, ball hinge shoulders. These are much softer than the old figures that Hasbro's putting up, so there is not much hindering that shoulder articulation. It's a new shoulder, so very cool. Ball hinge elbows there, about 90 degrees bend. Ball hinge wrists. This one, both wrists go in and out and swivel. Okay. Ball jointed hips, forward, backward, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, go all the way up there, no calf swivel, and standard ball hinge ankles up and down, and rocker pivot. And for comparisons, here is Mace Windu with the other Jedi Masters. We have the elderly Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Master Yoda. And as I mentioned earlier, the cloth of the Jedi robe that this Mace Windu figure has is a little bit stiffer, a little bit thicker than the Obi-Wan Kenobi robe. The Obi-Wan Kenobi robe is a little softer, probably more cotton here and more polyester there. I don't know, but this one in the brown is a little bit different if you want to have a closer look. Mace Windu has more of a reddish brown. This one is more of a yellowish beige brown. And again, as I said, it's much softer. This one is a little bit stiffer. It could be just that because this is a new figure, but the fabric looks very similar. I just find it weird that this one it feels a little bit thicker or stiffer than this one. So all in all, I think both figures are absolutely fantastic. Each one will get a 10 out of 10 for me. I reckon these figures are the ones that will be most difficult to find in their respective waves. Although recently I've seen restocks of Samuel L. Jackson, so it won't be as difficult to hunt him down here in Manila. But Mace Windu, I reckon when he hits the shelves, oh my goodness, I don't think you'll see a lot on the pegs. If you see one and you think that you need it for your collection, I suggest you buy it immediately and not wait for it to go on clearance. But then again, you know, if you're the casual collector, you're willing to wait, sure, why not? But I think the Mace Windu figure, just like the Nick Fury figure, will be the first ones to fly off the shelves once they hit retail. So very, very impressed with these figures. Happy hunting and best of luck to everybody looking for these figures. This has been the Star Wars The Black Series, Mace Windu, and the Marvel Legends series, Captain Marvel, the Young Nick Fury. Thanks for watching.